here to tell you a little bit about my journey and how I started Sunday Soul Sante. Being a lover of art and craft and always liking unusual things, I was always looking around, digging for things that were unusual, things that were not run of the mill, and certainly not mass produced. That always drew me to Goa, which has the most beautiful flea market in our country today. And especially the Saturday night bazaar, I think it's the mother of all flea markets. Apart from the fact that you can buy beautiful things, the vibe there, the kind of love and feeling and brotherhood that you see at the Saturday night market is something that's very difficult to replicate anywhere else. And I think that works fantastically in Goa. With the amount of design institutes that are cropping up all over the country today, every season we have a new batch of people. They're all wondering, most creative people know very well how to make the things that they are strong about, but very few of them know how to market themselves. So to make a platform for people who could just walk in without having arrived was very important, because most places you go to, they ask you, do you have a degree? Where did you study? Have you had your show? Was it a solo show? Most of these kids are just creative. They haven't had shows. They don't know how to market and project themselves. So me and my friend Nishi set up Kahawa on Cunningham Road, where we made young people feel free to just walk in and say, hi, I'm so-and-so and this is what I do. And let me tell you something, just that positivity of wow, I call it the wow factor, because not everyone has to be an artist. You can see a straight line when you see one and know it, that's important. So giving this encouragement to young people and the positivity that's created when you say, wow, that enough makes people go on. They just go on and they feel, wow, there's somebody who appreciates what we do. From there, I branched out to Whitefield, where I also had my store on the same kind of design platform for creative people. But implementing and teaching art became important here. Somehow that seemed to take over more than anything else. And twice a year, I used to do creative markets in Whitefield, a summer bazaar and a Christmas bazaar, which picked up over the years and became so good. And when I saw the crowd and I said, wow, it's not all Whitefield people here. Many of the people are my friends coming from across town. So I just toyed with the idea of, what do you think will happen if I take this market right to the heart of town? And that's what I did. I just got, I always think that before any successful venture or before you actually make things happen, you have to first dream. You have to think about it and then go for it. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Nothing's going to just fall in your lap like that. You get the idea and you follow your dream. And if you believe in what you're doing, it will happen. So I went to my friend Aditya at Palace Grounds, who owns Tripura Vasini, and I asked him if he would give me his space. And he was extremely helpful. He believed in me at a time when very few people did, because they were just wondering, what's she doing? This is not Goa, as if a flea market will work here. But we call it a flea market because it's unique in its content, and it has one-of-a-kind things and artistic things, not run-of-the-mill and certainly not mass-produced or heavily branded. So, flea market. And we started with like about 85, 86 stalls, which included food as well. And also had quite a tough time trying to convince people to come and display their stuff, because all were not sure. And we had to charge something. So people, when you have to charge, they're a little wary. Oh my God, will I ever be able to sell? Everyone has that tension. Will they be able to make up their cost? But I'm very happy to the universe because right from the first Sante, from the onset, it was a success. It was a terrific feeling of, a gratification till it happened that, will people come? Will people not come? What do you think? But here's where I take my hat off to the community spirit of Bangalore. Like no other city, people in Bangalore are willing to get together, come out and help you if you give them a good time. And so success really is delivering what you promise in anything. If you deliver what you promise, you will succeed. Because when you do something that you promise, you're doing it from your heart. When you do things from your heart, you will succeed. This is my message to all the young creative people. Just get out there, believe in what you're doing. There's a guy who just doodles and was not sure whether he'd make it or not. Today he's so busy, can't even answer our phone calls. So I love stories like that. So there are many like that in the Sante, where people are very shy and they keep calling me ma'am, and I don't say my name's Asha. I just let them get into a footing where they call me by my name because I love it. That shyness suddenly turns to, hi Ash, give me 5, and that itself shows the kid has arrived. Today, art and craft in India, according to me, is comparable to anywhere else in the world. Exposure, the internet, these things have given people a terrific exposure beyond what you could imagine. Because I remember from my time, if you were creative, meant you knew how to draw. Today, it's beyond that. Very few kids, artistic children, really know how to draw, but they are from institutes which teaches them to manifest that creativity by outsourcing. You don't have to actually sit and cut everything yourself. Design. Design is what is very important. If you have that sense of design and the aesthetics to appeal, you will make it happen. I always tell them, believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. And I'll tell you a little bit about my journey, what speeded me on to really start this Sunday. I walked into a gift shop one day and to buy a card for somebody, but I got sidetracked because I saw a shelf with little Ganeshas on it, and I collect tiny Ganeshas, and immediately I said, wow. And I said, oh, how cute. And I look at it and it says 45 rupees. As a craft person, at once I go tuck, 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 tuck. Somebody made this. They gave it to an agent. That agent gave it to the wholesaler. The wholesaler brought it to another city. My God. So the person who made it, what did he actually get? $5 or $7? If it's retailing in a swanky store in a mall for 45 rupees, what do you think? And then I look at it a little closely and I see made in China. And I get these alarm signals that the Chinese are now making our gods. What do we do? I've got to do something for Indian art, craft and design so that people don't think that this is the be-all and end-all of our design. So that was one very important thing that spearheaded me, like move. Otherwise, yes, I'll do it next month. No, I'm going to Goa. I'll come back and do it. There was always, we were shelving it. And then suddenly I said, no, I'm going to do it now, next week. Well, it didn't happen the following week. It took about 3 weeks more, but it happened. We are coming to the close of our 4th season and we'll be starting our 5th season soon. And we've had many requests and invitations from all over the country to come and I was very happy doing it in Bangalore because I see that people from Kashmir to Kanyakumari are coming and showing their things in this market. So the need for me to move out was not so great. But we are now ready to take this market to Pune in the middle of April. the first city out of Bangalore, simply because I think that the vendors, the creative people exhibiting in this market need a wider audience. Not everybody, not all the buyers come to shop in the Sante, it's the creative people showing. So now let us expose our creative people to another city. And after that, other cities will follow. We have many, except that we will take it step by step. We will do Pune and then decide where we want to do the next. But it's all there in the offing. I'm Asha Rao, and you're watching The Grand Guide.
Miss Asha Rao. I think she's provided Bangalore with a lot of culture by introducing this because the amount of people who come here. Soul Sante is known by I think everybody now. People from other states as well have heard of Soul Sante.